Hi everyone, and welcome to my first One Piece TCG video where I talk about the cheater that I played against in the online One Piece regionals. There's sort of been like a lot of buzz about cheaters recently in the card game. This happened back in March. My incident did, but I didn't share until recently when Clyde TCG actually shared his video. So and some others. I think Nas Juice, if I'm pronouncing that right on Twitter, my boy. A lot of other people came out, and there have been some cheaters that have been caught. But I want to talk about my particular incident because today it kind of escalated a little bit, and I'll talk about that. I'll break this down a little bit for you, for those of you that don't know, and then I'll move on to actually the entire match where I commentate the entire thing. There's no cuts. So initially, I played against a cheater, and we can just take a quick look at the clip here. I'm making a lethal attack here with Edward Newgate. Um, so everything's on leader. He has no blockers, no life. I'm attacking for 16k. He has 4 cards in hand. It's a little blurry now in this, but you can see it later in the video. So he has 4 cards in hand, and he becomes empty-handed here. This is at in my tweet I said 7-0. We were playing for 7-0. We were currently 6-0, but we're playing for 7-0. Sorry. In the online treasure cup on March 25th, he has 4 cards that he counters here, which ties my 16k. And then I'm confused, so I'm like doing the math. And as you can see, he reaches over here and pulls an extra card, and then boop, it's Atmos. Woohoo, he's here. He saves the day to make it 17k. And so then I lose the game because I pass back and I die because I have nothing. I share this, and I make a whole thread about it. You can go on and read it. But I get some Discord messages and some Twitter messages today from Jesse Perez, the cheater. And again, maybe I'm not supposed to drag his name as much as I have been, but this is just, at this point, it's sort of it's getting worse. He doesn't ask me to take down the video. He threatens me to take down the video by saying that one, that I cheated, which is the main reason for this video, and then he keeps telling me to share the whole video, which he doesn't know this, but it gives me permission to actually share the video, which was the whole basis of his original claim, is that I couldn't have shared it in the first place. But he is now contacting Twitter, my lawyer. I'm sure his lawyer is Charlie Kelly, and Bandai, which I'm sure Bandai would love to hear about this. He goes pretty in depth and starts to just like insult my character, says that no one's it's the most views I got talking about him, which just isn't even remotely true. I'm gonna break down the VOD, and by break it down, I mean I'm literally just going to sit through the entire VOD, and there was another little cheat that he did that I did discover in the video, even though it wasn't beneficial to him in the slightest. So maybe it was just like a mistake on his part, but I guess it blurred, the lines were blurred. Obviously, this is an insane claim, but I'm just gonna watch the VOD with all of you, and we can go through it together. And I know it would be insane to sit through a 35-minute match kind of searching for this, but okay, here we go. I'm also, trying to play Diablo 4 because that came out today, but instead I have to do this. So here we are shuffling. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. I'm trying to keep an eye on both of our hands looking at this, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I forget what we were talking about, but I remember him saying some nonsense about like how he had to like gatekeep the invite to nationals because he top 16 the previous weekend, so, or top 32, whatever. Um, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty arrogant, especially considering he was talking to himself like trying to play around jet pistol in my Strawbeard deck the whole time. He just really knew what was up. Here he is with his suspiciously shaped die that he wants to use. Yes, yeah, I definitely asked him something about it because I was like, what, like, how many sides is that? Because I have no idea. I don't, yeah, I have no idea. At least the die roll's right. Bro needs to fucking like take care of his hands. The fuck is that? Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm just asking, you know, how would you like me to cut this? Sorry, 1 second. My dog just came downstairs. Chopper, what? Sorry, my dog doesn't like to eat when I'm downstairs. Okay, he's leaving anyway. Regardless, all right. Yeah, so I'm just like asking how he wants it cut. I believe I hold on. I believe I asked him. The fuck is he do? I asked him to like cut the deck, yeah, and then do 5 on the bottom, which I think is like pretty standard if you've played in any of these events. It's 5 on the bottom. Yeah, as you can see, I mean the only like thing I can think of that he might have is that like one, my hands move fast. As you can see, I like flick my cards a lot. I'm using black sleeves. Honestly, that's just a huge mistake on my part. Guess I should be banned from the game. I mean, he's also using black sleeves though, so I guess like that doesn't even fucking do anything. Yep, so some good old-fashioned shuffling again. And this was my second webcam event, I think. So it's clearly I clearly count out 5 cards just so we know. And of course I have to keep this because it's my second hand. 6 life. I use dice to keep track of my life. There we go. Okay, and I kick things off with a Nami. And I explain I would like to look at 5 cards because apparently if you don't say 5, there's a chance you would look at less. So as you can see, my cards are down on my mat. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, see, I picked them up there. Maybe I'm supposed to like put a die on them. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so I reveal Luffy, put it in my hand. I pass the turn, draw a card. He's thinking real hard about what his play is. Congratulations, you played a phenomenal piece of tech in the matchup. A card that's literally unplayable. Good job. Yeah, he passed the turn back to me, and then 5 life. So he took a life or whatever. I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, honestly, the vibes were just like now that I don't have the audio. I think the vibes were just off this whole game from the beginning. Honestly, it was I think the dice is what threw me off, but and just like the comments about like the Nationals invite. Um, yeah. So we're just like keeping track of my hands. I know at one point during the game, yeah. See, like I pass the turn there and my hand like leaves the frame, but very clearly it is like I know at one point like something like that happens again, and he like is like keep your hands in the frame. But again, like I don't. It's so like obvious that like I didn't add anything to my hand. Yes, there I am just countering. Here he is playing. Oh, is that a Vista? Congratulations, you got my Nami. That was a card that was maybe going to attack once later in the game if I had Makinos in my hand. He takes life. Yeah, okay. So I'm really, if I'm missing him cheating at any point, please let me know. Because I'm really focused on my hands to make sure that him and I are seeing the same thing. It's really a difficult. Oh, okay. So I get in for try to get in for 6. He's deciding whether or not he's going to take. Okay, so this is a clear. Oh, there it is. There's the Moby Dick trigger. Interesting. Not that I think that he's capable of shuffle cheating. Not because I don't think that he's like that good and all. But yeah. So I think I asked him how many cards he has. He loves taking his hands out of frame though. I mean, even when his hands down, I suppose. But yeah, so he's just like, my bro's just lounging like this. There I go. I tap 5 for the Magical King do. I pass the turn. I go down to 3 life. Again, I think my hands pretty clearly stay in frame for most of the game. Like 99% of the game. See, up there they are. Oh, my hand kind of went up again. I'm sure the moment will arise when he says this comment to me, which I assume his whole claim is based on this one moment. But again, I think if we all watch it together, and I don't even remember it that well, but I'm convinced if we watch it together, we'll figure out that nothing happened. Sort of like Zorro, if you're familiar with the anime. Okay, bro's counting his dawn. It's a difficult task. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Do 7. Do 7 to my 6. Let me eat it with 1 2K. Okay, so that I don't know. As you can see, just generally my hands are like kind of towards the top of the camera, but that's just due to the way the camera is positioned, and I'm like, I don't know. Choose Goliath. I draw. I have a full grip. I don't know how many cards I have in my hands. Bro is again just like leaning back. Maybe I ask him how many cards he has, but see, now I'm washing his hands. All right, so this is my 7 Dawn turn. Yeah, so again, like my hands just kind of like sometimes go up here, like not up here, obviously, but they're like, you know, yeah, I would really like for him to clip this. Honestly, I beg you, Jesse Perez, clip this and tell me at what point I cheated. I'm literally begging you. I'm fucking asking for it, bro. Yeah, there you go. I'm flicking my cards. You know how it is. Jesse's thinking about what he's going to do with the winnings after he cheats against me. I forget exactly why I'm thinking hard here, because obviously, like maybe if I have ace, maybe I just jam the ace. I don't know. It's difficult because he's on Boatbeard, which is a hard matchup. We just got free feet in the background of his video, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. Um, Damn, I'm giving it a good hard think. Maybe I'm just. I mean, everyone knows that I'm a slow player, but like, my God. Sorry, there's not much like actual insight into the gameplay here. Yeah. Yo, I really tank about this for a while. I guess it's because I don't have ace. If I just play ace here, that'd be pretty fucking fire. Um, but yeah. I would like to skip through any portion of this, but I can't because that would ruin the integrity of uploading the whole video, which I was given permission to do, by the way. Thank you, Jesse, for that. Wow, we still got 25 minutes of this to go. Buckle up. I'll probably just set markers on when things get slightly interesting. Okay, so I attacked him and he countered out with Atmos. Atmos, a very key card in this matchup, as you will see at the end of the game. That is the extra 1K counter that he needed. Not that Atmos that's in the yard specifically, but it was a Atmos. All right, so he takes. Yeah, I guess no point in defending the life if you were just gonna lose it anyway. So that tells me he doesn't have Newgate. Yeah, I play Rush Luffy here, and I go 8K at lead, unblockable. So now he's forced to use a guard point here. Yep. Then I pass. I go to 2, and next turn is my 9 Dawn turn, which would mean now would be if I were to magically pull a Newgate off screen, now would be the time to do it. But again, my hands basically stay in frame the whole entire game. Jesse giving his cards a good feel just to make sure they're still there. I mean, honestly, if he didn't play so bad, he literally didn't need to cheat. That's the best part about this. Jesse, I hope you sit through this entire thing. I really do. And maybe I'm stooping too low to like sit here and do this sort of petty thing, but in a way, it proves one, my innocence to those that don't actually know me and believe in my integrity, and two, it's just kind of awesome to just watch this match again. All right, so now opponent's giving it a good think. All right, gonna use one of your 2K counters to maybe get a profitable attack on my Luffy. Likely, that's my guess here. You're gonna have 7 Dawn remaining after this. I forget what I wind up doing here. It would be. I think I would opt to protect this because I mean it's all contextual based on my hand, especially if I have the double Newgate. But like I could be inclined uh, to protect here because blockers are important. Yeah, but I don't. Blockers are important, and Luffy kind of gets around those. But again, like he could just don up some other creatures in play, like even the Vista. Oh wait, he has Moby Dick out. All of this doesn't matter. But yeah, like the Vista's lethal on Luffy, like very easily. Um, yeah, sorry, I didn't pick up that there was a that the Moby Dick that was triggered off life was active. I'm sort of focused on both of our hands because this is more about me cheating, um, supposedly. Yeah, so I'm just kind of counting out my hand here, figuring how I'm gonna counter out and survive this. Yeah, so I'm like opting to protect with double 2K. Yeah, because Buddy loaded up on Vista um, to make a move on my King Do, but not worth it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get like a count on how many cards I have in hand, but I just like, yeah, I'll try. Okay, so yeah, maybe this is it. I don't like where he's like sus, but like the the only opportunity, like I don't even. It's just so clear to me that I don't know that like my hand goes up for a second. I literally have just drawn my card and I'm picking up my hand. I yeah. And there's clearly like no like obstruction. There's no construct around me. I don't have a clothesline, as you can see, by the way. I don't have a clothesline with like Atmos is like stuck to it that I can just pull every time my hand goes slightly up here. Like I'm yeah. So that yeah. I don't I don't know what Buddy is on about. But here I am. I'm inviting it. I'm inviting it, bro. And here I am. I'm just like doing the classic, like, all right, let me think about my play before I Newgate just to see if any other line is possibly correct, and it literally never is. But we still think, everybody that plays Newgate just thinks about it first because you have to. Yep. Yep. And of course, I read the whole text box of Newgate when he comes into play, or else I'm going to get rule sharked. Yeah. Blocks with Marco, discards Moby Dick, and then I pass the turn. I don't even. Okay, so that's me showing that I have 6 cards in hand, because I think he asked how many cards I had in hand. So we know at this point that I have 6 cards in my hand. And yeah, I mean, I'm usually a person that flicks their cards a lot, and I don't know if this is relevant information, but at this point, I mean, it's the stakes are pretty relevant. So I'm not nervous by any means, but I'm definitely leaning more into my habit or tick of flicking my cards to alleviate anxiety. So I guess that's why my cards are in my hand more frequently. I don't know what you want from me, buddy. I'm just here explaining the video for you, because apparently you saw something differently than I did. But also, there's a chance that you don't even have the video at all. But at the end of the day, this is pretty good content for me. So I'm just enjoying this. Okay, so I countered out of his Newgate attack with 2 cards, I believe. So I should now have 4 cards in hand, unless he attacked on the King Do. If he attacked on the King Do, it was a 1 card. But I think that's, yeah. So yeah, it was probably 1 card. So I should have 5. All right, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So that should be a 9K on my lead right now. Yeah, just I feel like I have to take this. I don't know. Again, I don't know my hand. I don't remember my hand. There I am tapping my cards to count out the counter power, and maybe there's a chance I'm low on counter power, so sometimes I'll tap my cards twice to be like, yeah, I definitely have this 2K. Oh, he went in on the King 2. Oh, okay. Okay, so now now I have 3 cards in hand. So I went from 6 to 5 when I countered out of the King Do, to then discarding 2 more, going to 3 cards. Just shoring up my graveyard there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was a very clear way. I don't know. I feel like there's a clear way for him to win this game. Okay, so this whatever the 1 mana unplayable or the 1 Dawn unplayable card is also getting into the red zone. Looking to rumble. Yeah, King Dew's finally. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, King Dew's finally dead. It's because I only have 3 cards in my hand, so I can imagine that kind of a difficult one to save. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if there's any me cheating here. Oh, okay, let's see. So now I have 4 cards in hand. Clearly 4 cards in hand. Put it down. Counting out my Dawn like a good little gamer boy. I have 10, Steve. Steve, you have 10 Dawn this turn. Sort of like how Jesse had 10 Dawn last turn. This is crazy that the game actually goes on this long, because he has another Marco. At some point, another Marco enters this game, and I just don't know how I mean, my board's pretty controlled, but if I had maybe I made a mistake at some point. If I think I countered with an Otama at one point. Maybe I didn't have the counter power, but this turn is free real estate for an Otama, Dawn up Newgate, send 13 at your lead, and then send again, depending on how many cards he has in his hand. So maybe I'm making that decision now, but again, I don't think I have the Otama. So I'm just gonna do like you know, the play where I just attack with Newgate first at lead, just force some cards out of him. Cause yeah, he's got like a full grip. Oh, wow, Atmos. Atmos is his favorite card to counter with. Yep, and then I go ahead and I play my Newgate. Yeah, so I don't see at what point, because like, just to be clear, we all watched the same thing, and I kept a pretty good eye on my hands, and I can't really see a point where my hands were out of the frame and like moving around like this and like trying to get at a card or something. I don't know how the Newgate would like I don't understand what Jesse's claim is here. But again, yeah, I mean, Jesse says he has nothing to lose um, for me posting the whole video, so good, very good. So Jesse's thinking about like, uh, I don't know. He's thinking about like the cards that are on the desk next to him or something. Oh, how many cards is that in hand, Jesse? Oh, was that? I couldn't really tell. But yeah, so as you can see, I have my 3 cards. Clearly, I'm just sitting there like this. I'm holding them clear as day. I'm tapping. I'm tapping my finger because even though sometimes I play very slowly, I get very impatient when my opponent plays slowly as well. Um, yeah, so like one suspicious thing about Jesse, and this, I'm not trying to get him deeper in the hole that he's already dug for himself by one cheating and then two having asking me to do this, which thank you by the way. He did see 3 Moby Dicks this game. Uh, maybe one of the main issues with Strawbeard in set 2, or not Strawbeard, with Dickbeard in set 2 is that it's just so inconsistent. Um, because you have to see Moby Dick, right? And maybe he did well with it the previous week because he was able to see his Moby Dick so frequently. I can't imagine how. But again, I'm not giving him enough credit to even be able to shuffle cheat. I don't know how he would do that because he's like clearly very bad at hiding that he like would cheat. So as we'll see when we reach the final moment. Um, yeah, so my hands are just clear. Yep, yeah, I clarify 3 cards. I've just been sitting there with the 3 cards. Um, yep. We're just gonna sit through all of this. We're just going to sit through all of this uninterrupted. Um, yeah, I have 1 active Don. Perhaps I told him that when he asked how many cards I had in my hand. Okay, wow. Thinking about a big attack here. Okay. The leader's been turned sideways, which means he's attacking me for 8. I counter out with a Luffy. Pretty straightforward. Again, free feet content walking through. There we go. Got some toes. Jesse, you fucking dog. You fucking dog. Um, right. He's confused as to how as to how he made a mistake. As to how he has not won the game. Because to me, it still seems very reasonable to make a push to win the game on this turn or even last turn. I have 2 cards in my hand, and all like I don't know. Again, we don't know the context of his hand or anything, and I'm not trying to say that he would make the right play here because he struggles to. So again, he goes. So that's 9 on my lead, which is odd because if I have a 2K, it's just free real estate for me to counter out of it. I don't know how much Don he has left. What he has? He has 6 Don left. So I would imagine that means like Marco plus 2. Yeah, so I just take this one, which tells him that I don't have a fucking 2K. Oh, yo, all right. Okay, so let's learn together, class. What does that communicate to my opponent? Well, I have a Don active already. Okay, I have an active Don, so I could play that Rad Beam this turn, right? I could play it. But I choose to trigger it instead of actually playing it this turn if he were to attack again. What does that tell my opponent? Oh, that I have specifically Rad Beam in my hand. But also, what does he learn? That I don't have a 2K in my hand, or else I would have just countered out of the 9K attack with my 8K leader. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying that information is even useful at this point, like the fact that I have a Rad Beam in my hand, or the fact that I don't have a 2K. I mean, maybe the fact that I don't have a 2K, but it's just interesting to learn these things. And I mean, Jesse's not going to need these tips anymore because he shouldn't be allowed to play this game anymore. But yeah. Oh, so here it is, the fateful turn. Okay, I draw for turn. I have, believe, I should have 3 cards in hand. Jesse has 4. I know exactly how many he has. Or no, wait, no. I think he actually has 5. That's right, because he discards one of them to save with the Marco, one of the Marcos that he blocks with. Oh, okay. Oh wow. So he just had. Good on you, man. Good on you. So you just actually had a chance to cheat when you knocked the card over. Look at this. See right here? Watch his deck. Watch his deck. Oop. Oh. Wait a second. Oh. Oh shit. No fucking way. I mean, not that this does anything. This is actually actively bad for him. So sorry I didn't catch that, buddy. So he accidentally knocks the Bro, what? Yeah, that's so funny. He accidentally I thought he knocked the top card of his deck. You know, I guess as much as he thought, he knocked the top card of his deck into his lap, so he put it back there. But he actually knocks the Moby Dick out of his graveyard onto his lap, and then he puts it, and then he puts that on top of his deck. Bro, what? So I don't know. I don't like. I don't know. Like, if he thought that was a good play, or if he thought that was like a good cheat. Because that's a horrendous draw, obviously. Like that's a rancid draw at this point. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking this is a hard turn. This is a hard turn to navigate because I probably shouldn't win the game. Because I probably should not win this turn. All right, the homie's going to pick up his cards. His grip. He knows what the top card of his deck is. It's Moby Dick because he put it there. Because he literally put it there. I cannot get over this. Okay, so he's like, see now you know, he's clicking stuff. I don't know what the hell he's doing with his gamer MMO gamer mouse, which I too have one. Awesome. You know, we're not so different, you and I. Um, but yeah, so I'm thinking about my attack here as this is a difficult one because he has 2 Marcos in play. Um, yeah, so basically all that has to happen is you can just go like block, and then like I basically just have to hope he makes a mistake, which he does. Okay, so yeah, so I attack with Newgate first. This obviously I don't have enough Tama in my hand, or else I think one of these new gates goes like, you know, Otama, don up the new gate, pop your untapped Marco blocker. But and I guess we know one of the cards in my hand is probably Rad Beam, or we can deduce that. But yeah, so he blocks with his Marco, and he's thinking about it. And obviously, like, I'm like, oh yeah, please, please, please. I'm like, please, bro, please save this Marco. Like, anything to not have another counter in hand, or to just have your hand size be smaller. Again, he checks my hand size. Again, it's just 3. I clarify. And this is really where the fatal. Oh, see, look at that! Look at what I'm doing. I literally put my hand down and put dice on it to just show that I'm not like that. We're good. I don't. Yeah. So, homie's thinking about it. Damn, he's really thinking about the cheat right now. That's mostly what it is. He just loves, bro. Just loves to go like this while he games. Yep. All right. Yeah. Marco dies. So okay, this isn't the Marco that he made the wrong decision on. Because I think when he blocks with the second one, he realizes, oh, maybe I need an attacker to win the game next turn. Okay. Okay, yeah. So as we basically all know this part. So I'm counting it out. He should have 5 cards in his hand at this point, I think, if I remember correctly. Only because I've seen the clip like a billion times at this point in my life. Um, yeah, so I'm attacking with Newgate number 2. Which this is just like nuts because I have to like it doesn't even none of this even makes this whole turn doesn't make any sense. Like, and maybe I play it wrong too, but I just have to hope he literally has dog shit in his hand. Because what I would do here, because we know that his hand is like absolutely stacked. He has double guard point, right? Or he has like guard point rad beam. I would just like say, okay, no blocks. I will then guard point on this Newgate attack, which is for 10k. It doesn't make any sense. And this is the whole thing that I can't get over with this guy. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Block with the Marco, save it, discard a King Do. Back to stretch mode, and then reach down, get the hand. Yeah, so again, there, you just don't block. Like, there's 2 different ways you can do this. You don't block, and then you just counter out of it because it's only 10k, and you know my next attack is either a rusher that is of a similar size, which like I guess like Ace is, like Luffy would be a difficult one. Or, if I don't have a rusher, yeah, I'm shoving all on lead and then attacking you. Yeah, I suppose like maybe he was playing around Rush Luffy now that I think about it. But also again, like even the black there, just don't save the Marco, and you're fine. um, Yep, yeah. So I just full send on on lead. Everyone's seen this part of the clip. I would of the video. I would hope. So I slam it down. All right, and this is my favorite part. Okay, so I pick up my hand. Not that it matters. So 4 cards in hand. 4, count them, 4 cards in hand. What will Jesse do? He has 2 open Don. He's thinking about it. He's asking what 6 plus 10 is. I'm attacking for 16, Jesse. What will you do? Your leader is 6k. All right, let's go. Guard point rad beam. Interesting decision to not just like use either of those and like maybe a 1k. Like you could on either of the Newgate swings. Okay, you had Jozu as well. Damn, and a Vista. And you have no cards in hand now. How funny is that? So you have no cards in hand, and that's like, let's count together. 6,000 plus 4,000 plus 3,000. Okay. 13,000. 14, 15. That's a Jozu. That's a 2K. And then 16 is the Vista. So that would mean that you tie my attack, and you have no cards in hand, which now your hands are out of frame. Oh, and what's this twist? We got a little twist action there. And then the swoop. What is this? Oh, it's Atmos. It's Atmos, baby. He's back with a vengeance. We already discarded 2 of them earlier this game. Damn, and that's 17K. Wow, 5-card hand. That's what he fucking told me. Yeah, so that's why I seem pretty confused here, and I'm like, wow, like that threw me off. The additional card coming down threw me off. Like, why would you delay it like that? I would hope at this point in the tournament you don't need to like throw down 4 cards and be like, oh, I countered wrong. Oh, here's the last card in my hand. No, I would hope that you'd be better than that. But you're not. And he sits back like he's like, yeah, I know I got it. Like I fucking got it. And I'm just like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess I'll just pass to you. Like, I'm dead as fuck, clearly. I'll let you finish out the game. We'll see if you can make the game-winning attacks here. Yeah, the game's just decided at this point. I have 52 seconds left in the video. And I would like to point out that, like, frequently I am talking to my opponents after our matches, to see how it played out. This one I felt very uncomfortable with, so I went and checked the footage. Also because he just like, oh, see, oh wait, okay, so there's the rat. Yeah, oh, I'm like frustrated. Because I'm like, I know something fishy fucking happened, but I can't prove it because I'm looking away. Yeah, so yeah, he just full sends. I throw my hand down. There's the rad beam that I knew that I had because I used the power of information. Oh, I had 2 rad beams, yeah, and a Frankie. Yeah, so I forget exactly what we're talking about. Just a little bit about the game. But wait a second. What's this face down card on his end? Oh, it's the card that he drew, and then he reveals, he flips it up, and it's the Moby Dick that we know that he put there. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I had a Moby Dick in my hand. Dog is so proud of himself. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, and then he just leaves. He literally just leaves, and I'm like, yeah. So I don't know. That was at table 4. Table 4. Yeah. So I mean that's the whole match. The video uninterrupted. I really challenge you to point out where you think that I could have cheated. Yeah. But you got what you're asking for. Here I am. I recorded it. I have the video. Something tells me that you don't have the video because you actually sent me some Discord DMs. That that have links in them, because you're trying to get me. So like here are our DMs. Let me just move my camera over here real quick. Yeah, so these are the ones you sent me. Which great job on these links, by the way. I didn't click them because I'm not stupid, but yeah. So you said I'm upset you're using my name in a video. Blah blah blah. You can post all you want online, kid. You a coward. You won't even respond. We both know you cheated on both of those Edwards. Then you post about you getting shit on in-person events. Duh, kid, you cheated so much to the point I was mad. Yes, I should have won even though you cheated that hard. Okay, all right, Chief. Um, like, it won't cost me much, but that shit needs to be taken down. Get off your high horse. You literally cheated your ass off. Where? where we just watched it together. We watched it together. Everyone at home, they watched. They sat down on the couch for this wonderful video premiere. We watched together. Where? Where did it happen? Um, let's see. I'm a big bad internet bully. Thank you. Yes, I am. Uh, I won't. Oh, share the whole video. You won't. Look, look, look at what we're doing. This is me sharing the whole video. I'm doing it. Um, I won't post it because I actually have something to lose if you come after me. I'm sure your broke ass doesn't, so you don't care. Well, um, here we are. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Yeah, and again, these links, I'm not gonna fucking click them, but nice try. Um, yeah, so thanks for watching. This has been a great experience. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you toughing it out. I'm just gonna stretch my face across here. Um, yeah, this is where it all went down. This very desk. All right. Thank you, Jesse Perez. Thank you, Bandai. Please don't ban me. Please ban Jesse. Thank you very much. Uh, One Piece trading card game forever.